Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to me, I suppose, because I've just been absent from YouTube since Christmas. But yeah, something very important has happened which has managed to drag me out of my man cave and got me talking about this, and that is of course... So a couple of days ago we got the Nintendo Switch presentation and we have a lot more details about it now, and so it's been a few days to let us soak in the information and gather what's been said, and obviously a lot more information has come out since then as well. So yeah, we're just going to discuss that. So to begin with, of course, we have the most important details which we've been waiting for since the announcement of the Switch, and that is of course release date, pricing, all that sort of stuff. So of course it is released on the 3rd of March 2017 worldwide, and that's only like less than 2 months away, so I can't believe how close it is as well. I'm so excited. And in the UK it's going to be £279.99 and $300, so I guess the pricing isn't like that brilliant in the sense of like the conversion from dollars to pounds, but I knew it was going to be somewhere between £250–300, and of course there isn't any bundles with it, with games or anything, it's just the one package. And of course the battery life of the Switch is revealed to be somewhere between 2.5 to 6.5 hours, depending on gameplay, depending on which sort of game you're playing, how large it is. Like obviously something like Breath of the Wild would take up a lot of battery space, that sort of thing. So out of these details, I'm really happy with the release date. It's so soon, I can't wait for it. I'm genuinely so happy. The pricing I'm not too bothered about, I think it's alright. A lot of people are saying it's a bit overpriced, and especially since the games aren't included, and the games are quite expensive at the moment as well, which I can understand, but I don't know, it could have been worse. And the battery life, I don't know, it was always going to be around that, you couldn't really do much about it. The Wii U gamepad was always pretty bad, and the 3DS battery life isn't too bad, it's around that sort of 3 to 6 hour period anyway, so I guess that's kind of what we're used to. And with the pricing as well, the original 3DS was released in 2011, so that was exactly 6 years ago, and that started off at £250. I know that was overpriced and we got like the reduced price with the Ambassador program and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just think for a hybrid console, a brand new home and handheld console 6 years later for £280, I'm not too bothered about it. So moving on to the Switch itself, we did have a lot of information on the presentation about the Joy-Cons and different things about how the Switch works. So I think the Joy-Cons are really cool. Obviously you lift them up and they're kind of like two separate controllers, and they did go into a lot of details in that, in the sense of how it works, the different buttons, and it's got the NFC reader inside one of them, and it's like a Wii controller in a sense. So it is really cool like that, and I'm really impressed with the HD rumble as well, just how it feels like ice cubes or something. I'm not too sure. Obviously once we've experienced that we'll know what it feels like, but I'm really excited to see how that works. They also showed that there's going to be neon red and neon blue Joy-Cons as well, which you can buy separately or get within the bundle as a separate bundle, but I personally pre-ordered the grey one just because I want like the original colours, and then if I want extra controllers, extra Joy-Cons, I'll probably just buy them separately. So to show off the Joy-Cons, they've got these two new games. One of them's called 1-2 Switch, which is like a multiplayer party type game, and it looks really fun just to sort of try to work out how the Joy-Cons work and different things like that, so I can't wait to play that and experience how they're going to work like that. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, just like little mini games, like multiplayer type things that you can play like together at parties, that sort of thing. And the other game was Arms, which is more like a one player game where you actually, it's like a punching game where you've got the two Joy-Cons and they punch like at different points, which is another point of the Joy-Con where they can move separately, whereas the Wii and the Nunchuk couldn't really do that. Personally, I'm not going to get the Arms game just yet because I think it is a bit expensive and it's not even a launch title, so I would rather get 1-2 Switch just to see how it's going to play out with the Joy-Cons. The little trailer about how the Switch works was quite cool as well, just in the sense that it showed off sort of off-screen play again and just emphasised how that is a very important feature of it, and you can also play it on your desk with the Joy-Cons as the remote, so there's like 3 different ways of playing, which is really cool. But also you can actually play 8-player multiplayer, like local, wireless, or I think online as well. So that would be really cool, even just to be able to play like Splatoon with 7 other people like locally is just so cool. And oh, it's just so cool that you can actually carry it outside and just bring it with you, and it's just the weirdest thing how it's like a hybrid. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Moving on to the software, of course I have mentioned 1-2 Switch and Arms, but we also have Splatoon 2, which was revealed to be a sequel and not a port of the Wii U game, which I'm so happy about just because I don't know, it just looks so cool and different, and they've got like new maps, new weapons, lots of new things going on, and I'm so excited to play it. And when they revealed the release date, in a sense, not the actual date, but saying summer 2017, I was like, oh, I really hoped it would be a launch title, but never mind, so I can't wait to play that in the summer. And then they announced the brand new Super Mario game, which is what we've been waiting for so long, and it's called Super Mario Odyssey, and it's a sandbox game like 64 and Sunshine, and I mean, I did like the Mario Galaxy games, they were cool and interesting, and the sequel was great as well, but when we had Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World, it just didn't do it for me as much, whereas Odyssey looks like it's going to be back to how it was like with 64 and Sunshine, and the maps and the different places of the game look so cool. I mean, there's the city, there's like so many different things, and it just looks so cool, and oh, I'm so excited for it. And then they did the same again with announcing the release date, and I was like, because it was holiday 2017. And that was more just because there was a lot of rumours saying that it was going to be a launch title because the game was pretty much finished apparently, but that's definitely not what the case was because they said it wasn't finished. So holiday 2017 would definitely be a great time to release it in order to get like the Switch sales up as well. The next thing that was announced that I'm really happy and excited about, and I just can't believe it, was Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is like a direct sequel to the original game, because obviously Xenoblade Chronicles X I thought was like number 2, but then this is actually direct sequel in terms of the setting and the story, so I'm really excited about that because it does look like it's set on like the Bionis sort of setting from the original one, but it's a few years later or something. I don't know what's going on, but it looks so cool and I'm so excited for it. And apparently it might be released in 2017, probably definitely in Japan, but maybe in the West as well, so I'm so hyped for that. And we got a little bit of information about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well, which is cool because obviously we kind of knew it was going to be a port of the Wii U game, which I suppose is good in a sense. They might do another Mario Kart for the Switch down the line because they normally do a handheld and then a home console one, and since it's a hybrid they could do a Mario Kart towards the end of the Switch's lifestyle, I suppose. But this looks really good in the sense that it's got new tracks, characters, Splatoon characters, and of course the battle mode, which was what everybody was after because the battle mode in the Wii U one wasn't that good, and it wasn't like the original traditional one with the balloons where you got to like fight each other in the proper battle mode maps, which is what we need. I would also imagine that it includes all of the previous DLC as well because it is the deluxe version and it's released a month after the Switch is out. Well, it's more like 2 months, but it's the end of April, so I'm really happy about that. Sonic Mania was also announced, which looks really cool because it's like all of the old traditional games made look better, like in HD, so you can play all of them, plus it's like a brand new story as well, so I'm not too sure how it works, but it looks like it would be so cool because I know Sonic has been struggling a lot for the last few years, so this is definitely something that will bring back a lot of the fans to the series, and I'll definitely be getting it on the Switch. And most importantly of all, we have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which of course they strung out right to the very end of the presentation, and I was like there's only about 5-10 minutes left of it, and are they going to even say anything? And of course they had to, but oh my god, that trailer was incredible. Like, so much more detail in the trailer, a lot more new places that look incredible, the villages, the towns just look massive, and the story, there's even a lot of story within the trailer. I think it's going to be very story driven, but oh my god, I'm so excited, it looks incredible. And then of course the release date is the 3rd of March, launch date with the launch of the Switch, so I'm so excited. I've already got it on pre-order as well. I've got the deluxe bundle version with the Master Sword statue and the soundtrack. So all in all, the Switch will be released on the 3rd of March, and I have 1-2 Switch and Breath of the Wild on pre-order, so that is enough to keep me busy until the summer anyway, when Mario Kart and Splatoon comes out, that sort of thing. So I'm genuinely just so excited. It's going to keep me busy with Breath of the Wild. It looks like it's a massive game, seriously. And so after looking back at the presentation, I know a lot of people have said that they're not really too impressed with it in terms of what was announced and what's going to be released, but I think as a launch, yeah, we've got some pretty decent games. Like I say, Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch and ARMS, which is sort of like the launch period, and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles, Sonic, Mario, and a couple of others as well. There's a lot more games that are like third-party games as well, and obviously Skyrim in September, I think. So I think personally there's a lot going on this year. I mean, yeah, of course there wasn't like Metroid mentioned, there wasn't anything Pokemon mentioned yet, so I guess we'll get that maybe at E3 or next year. But generally I think it is a pretty strong lineup, and I think it'll do well in the holiday period because obviously a lot of people will wait till then to buy it, and then obviously Mario coming out at the time, there'll probably be bundles, that sort of thing. So I'm very excited for what has been announced. Other details about the Switch they mentioned, online capabilities will be like a paid service, I suppose, like Xbox and PlayStation do that, and the first month or so will be free, and then it'll be a paid service which will start in September. So that's fine. I suppose we're kind of used to that with Pokemon Bank, and it was always going to be heading in that direction, and I suppose if it's a paid service it means their online capabilities will be better and stronger, hopefully. And they also announced that it's not going to be region locked as well, or they said for the most part anyway, which I imagine they're trying to get rid of region locking altogether because it's kind of been a bane for a lot of years and a lot of people have complained about it, but it doesn't really affect me that much. But in terms of like stock shortage, if you wanted to import a game instead, like at least then it would work because it's not region locked, which is a step in the right direction. All in all, I'm very excited and very impressed, and it's only 7 weeks away, so I'm definitely just counting down to when I can get my hands on the Switch. Oh my god, I haven't felt this excited since the Wii was released, because I don't know, I feel like that's every time we get a new home console, a new generation, but when the Wii was released it was something brand new with like new innovation with the motion controls, and then obviously with the Wii U it was a bit different. There was a lot of confusion around that with the gamepad and all that sort of stuff, so people were a bit let down. But with the Switch, oh, it's just something new again, like a hybrid console that you can take with you, like home console, handheld, all in one. I'm just so excited and really can't wait to get my hands on it. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the Switch and what you think was announced at the presentation. Was it good or bad, or just the right amount, or was it a bit lacking? I personally loved it, and there was plenty of information and just enough to keep us going for the launch year as well. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this or other content that I've talked about. I'll show you little clips at the end of the video, and I'll definitely be doing some more Nintendo Switch content as well. So I hope you guys all stay tuned for that, and thank you guys for watching. Bye guys! I've got my hair cut and dyed ready for Christmas. Do you like it? I am absolutely loving it, and oh my god, it's Christmas in like less than 24 hours. I'm so excited. But yeah, so that's literally all I need to do today, and then relax. And I went to Newcastle to get my haircut on the 22nd, so I'm going to show you a little montage of Christmas clips that I took from that day, and of course from today as well, to show you what I've been up to over Christmas. And oh my god, it's so exciting. So let's go and do that. And of course they've also said that the Zelda Wii U game will be the only playable game on the floor at E3 this year. And so a lot of people have speculated saying, well, there's not going to be anything else, it's just going to be Zelda. And then other people like me, I think it means that they're only going to be able to play Zelda, but they will show other games at E3. And of course we finally at the end got the name of the game at the end of the trailer, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So this is very different to what we're normally used to. Normally it would be based on a person or an item, whereas this is sort of more about the place and Hyrule itself. And obviously Hyrule is so vast and immersive in this game, and it kind of fits really well actually. It's definitely grown on me as a name.